What small thing makes you automatically distrust someone? Accountability. Not owing up to their mistakes. Improper apologies. TLDR of this story, I make time out of my day to give a girl, my friend, a free photo shoot, which I rarely do anymore. She shows up an hour late, apologizes so that both of us take the blame when I am not in the wrong at all. I scheduled a photo shoot for 4 p.m. I was there at 3:50 p.m. At 4:10 p.m., she tells me she's at Party City. It was a birthday shoot. I ask her why is she over there when she knew she had to be at the location at 4 p.m. She tells me not to worry and that I'm almost there. I tell her she's got until 4:30 p.m. and then I'm going to leave. Side note, she has done this to me repeatedly before and I've grilled her, both through text and in person, about her timeliness. She is regularly, no joke, an hour or 2 hours late. Prior to this meeting, we did dinner with a few friends. I told everyone to be there at 7 p.m. and I told her to be there at 6 p.m. She showed up at 7:30 p.m. She also made a friend wait 2 hours for her own dinner. Every time she's late, she has a new excuse. So, once I tell her that, she texts me, "You better not leave, we're coming." So, I said, "You've got until 4:30 p.m. again." Then I told her I'd stay if she was telling me the truth, that she'd be there at 4:40. I told her to screenshot her maps. After repeatedly demanding to see her maps, she reluctantly sends me a screenshot. She'll be there at 4:50 p.m., not 4:40 p.m. like she was saying. It was 4:27 p.m. when she sent that. I have been waiting for 40 minutes. I put my car into drive and I leave. She texts me 20 minutes later asking where I am. 2 days later she says, paraphrased, "I'm sorry, but next time don't schedule it so far from me." This is why I was asking if you could shoot somewhere else at 12 p.m. So, everything is her fault, yet she doesn't even want to be held accountable for it. A half-assed apology. I told her straight up how I felt. Please tell me I'm not crazy, everyone. Please tell me that I have the right to be outraged by this complete disrespect of someone else's time. I'll attach screenshots of this convo shortly too if y'all would like. Edit. I would also like to clarify that she said to me that her house was an hour and 30 minutes from the location. I texted a mutual friend of ours and asked her for her, late person's, address. She is only 30 minutes away from the location. She lied to me so many times instead of owning up to her being late. Even if you were an hour and 30 minutes from the location, that doesn't stop you from not being on time. Yes, people who are always late have themselves as the number one priority at all times. I understand having poor time management skills and thinking you can get ready and get somewhere sooner than you actually can, or that occasionally shit happens and makes you severely late. Just don't make excuses, own up to it, and update the people who are going to be waiting for you ASAP so they waste as little of their time as possible. Really though, I think people who deflect accountability for everything are definitely the least trustworthy. They will fuck other people over and tell them it's their fault. They can rationalize doing basically anything. This was one of the things that drove me and my ex apart. He was chronically late for everything and would rarely tell me he was going to be late. One winter break we discussed plans for him to drive to my city to stay with me for a few days on Thursday evening. The time he was supposed to be there comes and goes. I call to check in on him, maybe he got held up doing something. He says he'll leave soon. It gets later and later and he never texts me to tell me he's leaving. Finally he says he's not coming Thursday. Didn't end up making it in until Friday night. I was pissed. I'd made plans and was really looking forward to seeing him. He just never seemed to value my time and place himself above any commitments he'd made. This lazy, selfish attitude spilled over into other areas of our relationship and he made no effort to correct it even though he agreed with my assessment every time I pointed it out. Glad that relationship is done. As a person who is always very punctual, or at least legitimately communicates and accommodates when things don't go according to plan. It was beyond frustrating. Edit, autocorrect mistake. If you make a snarky or rude comment to me disguised as something neutral or helpful. Only something I've encountered with other women, honestly. It's something you pick up on if you pay attention, but it's usually really subtle. Here's an example to paint a picture. I was recently at a work event next to a chocolate fountain talking to one of my male co-workers, friends for a couple years, totally platonic, and while his back is turned from me for a minute, this woman, whom I've never spoken to, but see around work, walks up to me and says, "You have chocolate on your face." I thought, oh shit, homegirl looking out, and asked her where, twice, and she ignored me despite being right next to me. I was standing by the fountain but hadn't eaten any chocolate, so I pulled my coworker friend over again and asked him if I had anything on my face, and he said no, checked a mirror too. She made it obvious the rest of the event that she was into him, and wanted me to step aside so she could talk to him. It all felt like such high school let me assert my dominance to hide my insecurity bullshit. I don't trust people who don't have the self-confidence to command attention or respect without being catty or bringing others down.